game changing.
In Vegas or
no, he came to Detroit with Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias, and it was 2/3 of a great show. Enrique is terrible now, but the other two were fabulous. Pitbull puts on an awesome show.
Yeah, I've heard he had like a residency in Vegas for a while. I know people that went. I'm so jealous.
Mark's trying to play host on the Hotness Unleasher Show. The hotness is who did you say? Pitbull and Dolly Parton. Did you hear that 9 to 5 song? Did it make you puke? Did you love it? What do you think? Was it okay?
Did I love it?
I don't care. Somebody answer. We're live. Help me out.
Oh, we're live now.
Yeah. Like, hello, didn't you see the button pushing happening? You can't see that. Trevor did. He's doing his makeup, I heard. Did you know that?
My attention to detail is very poor at this time of the night.
Fantastic. You have more than one strand of hair that Trevor is trying to straighten off stage. Bronwyn knows about his life. It's okay. It's completely craziness. I don't know what's happening. Trevor's taking a while, and now I'm going to panic. Trevor is away somewhere. I think he's backstage. He's got a bit of a shiner here. He's trying to do work. And Mark, you're 8-tracks. I love 8-tracks. Why do you have them still? Are they your dad's? Are they your mom's? Are they not?
No, they're mine.
Hell yeah.
I love the simplicity of it, like working in high tech and, dealing with AI and cybersecurity and everything. There's some simplicity that I just like to go back to. An 8-track is very, very simple. It often breaks. It has that ka-chunk in the middle of songs often. And I don't know. I love that vintage vibe. Same thing with playing a record, hearing that like fuzz from the phonograph. I don't know. I really dig it. And it just brings me back to simpler times that I wasn't alive for.
Before we get started, you're into GTM, you're freelancing. What kind of roles are you looking for so we can get little action in the comments?
Yeah. Running marketing at a Series A early startup or demand gen at a later stage company.
And Aileen, goodness, I'm sorry, don't smack me. I have an old habits die hard. Aileen, A-E-H is the Canadian phonetic way of saying A. So I'll try, keep going. Your parents are boomers. What do they think you do, Aileen? Do they get it right?
They think that I tweet all day. And they think that like
capital letters, no doubt.
What cybersecurity is in like movies, they think that like that's what like the type of companies I work with.
Have you seen
they also think that I'm their resident IT person.
And if you're getting into AI space, do you think Trevor would do better doing makeup himself, or does he need AI to do that for him?
I think he needs AI. I think he needs like 100 teeth. Like all jumbled together.
If AI gave him 12 fingers, would that mean he could do makeup faster? Eyebrows beautiful? What do you think?
100 teeth.
That's nice.
Funky looking, like long fingers and toes.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
That's good.
So since you're drinking something hot and delicious, are you putting something spiking your coffee, or are you like Aileen where you walk and run 5K with your deliciousness in your hand?
Opposite experience over here. I'm having a decaf instant coffee. It's like a, real party over here. Hell yeah.
Big beverage club.
It's the Breakfast Club. We were talking about the 90s, but the 80s are cool too, I guess. You got the glasses from the 80s. That's all right, Mark.
You reckon? Yeah, shut up, man. I have been saying for years now, and Mark knows this as a fellow member of the Cool Glasses Club, I really want to be sponsored by Zenni. I really deserve to be at this point.
Who's Zenni? Are they the glasses company? Am I out of touch? What's going on?
Online glasses company. Yeah.
There's
great marketing.
Black Friday sale. Every year, I only buy my glasses. I'll buy like 5 pairs. Black Friday sale. It goes all the way through Cyber Monday, like 20% off, and they're already cheap. Buy your glasses, everybody.
Sephora is having a deal for Trevor, just in case you're wondering. Just help him out. It's nice. Sorry guys, I think I got backstage in my ear saying that his one hair strand is straightened. So I think we should get started. Let's bring him in. Trevor, you made it. You
Yay,
look
here I am
great.
finally.
Nice.
Gee whiz, I got the
Oh.
makeup done. The hair is good. You know, the hat, everything's in alignment now, right? I don't have decaf instant coffee, unfortunately.
No?
So sorry.
So are we ready to roll? Let's make it happen.
Fine.
Flight control, countdown confirmed.
Trevor is finally ready. It's about time. His makeup is perfect and his hair, one piece of hair is straightened already for the live show, the Hotness Unleasher Show, with Mark, Aileen, and Bronwyn talking about cyber marketing. Oh man, this is going to be a good show. Don't take my word for it.
Auto sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Trevor, are you ready?
Oh man, I am so ready. Thank you, Elijah, for putting that all together. We are running 6 minutes late. So I just want to say to the audience, welcome for all of you guys who have turned out. Melissa Houston, thank you for telling Elijah to let me in. I had the makeup ready to go. Okay, I was good. He just had a lot on his mind. Crystal, I want to say welcome. Nadine, Lisa Favec is here. Laura Kenner, I see Chrissy here. And Chrissy and I and Aileen are going to meet in Philadelphia real soon. Okay, so that's really happening. All right. What else? Who else we got here in the house tonight? We got
Nadine,
here we go.
Lisa?
Alicia Bobian showed up. Did I say Lisa?
Krista?
Yes. Yeah,
Krista?
I got him. Okay.
Guys, oh my gosh.
Okay.
And
So
Aileen from YouTube. She's all over the place. She's in
Aileen from
stereo.
also
Hi.
from YouTube.
Hi,
Okay, we
Aileen.
love the YouTube
This is
comments
nice.
here. We love the YouTube comments here because YouTube is stable. Okay. That's the thing, right? So if you have a situation where your LinkedIn instance of the Hotness Unleasher Show goes down, don't refresh, just go to YouTube and you'll be good because it's awesome and it works and you can leave the comments there. Yes. Okay. So there are some rules to this game that we play every few weeks when we get to it. Okay. So the first rule is we're going to be announcing some really awesome people. Okay. We're going to be talking about them behind their backs. We're going to be saying like, hey, this is why they're so cool. Okay. And when we do that, okay, audience, your job is to tag them, right? If you're still here with us, okay, if you're still here hanging out with us, then what your job is to tag them in the comments. Tag. We want their notifications to light up. We want them to get a bunch of notifications and then be like, what the heck? What's all this coming from? Why do all these people tag me? And then they'll see like, oh, this Hotness Unleasher Show. And if they're on, they might pop in. They might just pop in. They might just click through and come into the show and they might participate. See? And that's kind of how we grow and how we have fun. And it's really cool and all that stuff. Okay. So that's your job, audience, right? And your job then is to also engage throughout the show. Leave tons of comments. Don't stop. If you can't think of anything, just say, I can't think of anything. Say, what's the weather like? Spout off. It's okay. This is a safe space. Be real, be authentic, be here because we are all co-creating at the same time. We are all here. Actually, this is really happening. Okay, Bronwyn's actually here right now. Mark Bliss is actually here with us. Aileen is here. Elijah's here. We're all over the place. And look, Kenneth Dunner just showed up. Okay, and Ken, he leaves the best comments ever. If you haven't been the beneficiary of a Ken Dunner comment, okay, it like just
Took up the whole
lights
screen.
It does. It lights
Thanks,
up
Ken.
your day. Okay, now Ken is in Houston. He's been through some serious weather issues, and lost his power and stuff. He's gotten kicked off of LinkedIn a couple times, but man, I love the guy, and he knows he's got an open invitation to be a guest on this show anytime. Right? We will make a show just for Ken when he's ready. So I want to say welcome, Ken. I'm glad you're here. You're always welcome in this space. You are one of my favorite members of the Hotness Unleasher community, of course. All right, so. What else we got going? Okay, we got that big show coming up that I mentioned that Aileen and I are going to meet at, and Christy Camacho are going to meet at. That's coming. What?
Can we tease that? Is that allowed? Is that a thing? Is Santa going to be okay with the giveaway December 3rd?
No, we're not talking about that.
You're going to have to December 3rd. You'll have to find out.
There's another show coming up.
I'm 2 weeks ahead. Oh no,
December 3rd, and we're going to be having some special stuff happening in and around that will take us through the holiday season.
Gonna get fired. I almost spilled the beans.
Yeah,
Trevor.
man, no spilling beans.
No.
Okay, we're all about plans. We're all about
Not even instant beans.
All right, so now I have to say one of my guests, okay, one of our guests here on the panel was just a little bit nervous. Was feeling a little bit, a little edgy. It's like, okay, what do we do here? Okay, And I get that, right? The show, like, you know, it's a little different. It's got a little different vibe than most podcasts, and it's not really a business show. How are we going to fill this space? How do we fill this time? Okay, know that we are not only here to show love and gratitude for people that are having a positive impact in our lives, right? Trying to build people up, because that's, you know, somebody said, like, that's how what makes a good leader is how we build people up, not put them down, right? And I'm down with that, right? I really truly am, and I want to say that that's a big part. But another big part is doing experiments in real time. Okay, we're experimenting with the live stream platform. So if you're interested in doing live streaming, if you have an idea that you want to test, if you think like, hey, that would be cool, maybe you should try that on a live stream. How would that work? Maybe would that apply in a business context? Could I pull that? Give me a ring. Give Elijah a ring. Let us know. Hey, we'll try it. You know, we'll fire test that idea. So I want to say, like, and we're doing that all the time, right? So everything that we do is like, okay. So here we are. All right. So now we're going to pass the baton a little bit. Going to pass the baton around. Okay. So Elijah, you warmed us up a little bit. We got some background here. We got to know Bronwyn, you know, just a touch. So I want to kind of have my own little conversation, if you will. Bronwyn. Okay. So I want to know, let's see. So I haven't seen you since last May. We saw each other at RSAC. You were still working at Upticks at the time, but you are no longer at Upticks now. And so where are you and what are you doing?
Hello, it's so good to see everybody. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And yeah, it's so good to see you again, Trevor. I am now at a company called Reveal Risk. They are a boutique cybersecurity consultancy firm based out of Indiana, and I am absolutely loving it. I'm having a fantastic experience, and I've met a lot of fantastic people. Got a great boss. And I'm so excited about the work I'm doing. And I'm so grateful for like all the opportunities that have come my way. And I'm just having an awesome time in the cyber community. I feel like I've met so many great people. So I'm like really happy to have a chance to celebrate some of them with you guys in this show.
Well, you know, you always have impressed the crap out of me because, you know, now you have like an official cyber designation, right? You're a certificate holder. Did I get that correct?
Sure am.
Which one is it?
Just the ISC2 or ISC squared certification in cybersecurity.
Okay. And that was sponsored by Women in Cyber, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah. Women in Cybersecurity, WESIS. Yeah. Shout out. Okay.
So not only are you're a marketer, but you're a card carrying cybersecurity, you know, like professional. Okay.
I'm trying.
You're legit. You're legit. You're not faking it, right? You're here. You've been through it. You've been through the stuff. Okay. So sounds like this new gig you got at Reveal Risk is a little bit, I don't know, is it a little bit bigger maybe than the one you had previously? Did I get that right? Yeah.
Definitely feels bigger in very wonderful ways and like all these different directions that I've wanted to grow in. So learning a lot and absolutely loving it.
Okay. Well, then, okay. And you're working remote because I think you're in Colorado, right? Yeah.
Sure am. And I love
them. And they're not.
That's right. Okay. They are in Carmel, Indiana.
Yeah, you said Indiana. Okay, great. Okay, so we got that. All right, so you're remote. You guys are a big wig now. You're growing. Your career's growing up. Doing all this great stuff. Okay, you're on fire. Like you're smiling. Okay, but the I got to say the glasses this time are a little understated.
True.
They're a little bit understated.
So thank you, Mark, for letting me know about the Black Friday Zenny sale.
He set the bar high.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I might need to experiment with a little bit of glasses action. Because I've been walking this sort of. I need to go in. I need to get a value. I need to get.
Eileen and I are going to have to do this to really step up the game.
That's it.
I was just saying, I feel left out.
Yeah. All right.
Could Elijah do that the whole show?
Yeah.
Like, you just hold that pose for 5 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. He might be
picture on the screen, and then I can push the buttons.
Yeah, he could do one of those overlays. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Bronwyn. I love the stories. Okay, Mark. So you're freelancing, you're fractional CMOing, you're just out here with the 8 tracks, you dig the chunk, got that. All right. You know what? I'm at an age where I've been exposed to 8 tracks. They were a part of my life, but I was raised on cassettes and records and then and so on. So they've never really been a part of my deal, but I I know what they are, at least if I saw one, you know. So that's awesome. I love the 8 tracks. Now we had a little music tete-a-tete there earlier today on your post, and I started to respond like super deep, and I'm like, oh wait, I gotta pull back here, and I just just deleted it all because I'm thinking LinkedIn doesn't need to know, but here we are. This is my show now, damn it. All right, so I was down with the 80s, okay, new wave, right? All that stuff, the Depeche Mode and the Cure and all that OMD and New Order. Oh, okay, I love all that stuff because nobody ever knew like that I was into it because it was all hair metal in my day. So like Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and White Snake, and all. I was never into it. So I always liked this other stuff. But the reason that it got kind of deep was because I like to listen to it because it reminds me of being in high school, which was a very happy time for me. Right. It was a very positive experience for me. Right. My wife and I met there. We've been married for over 30 years and we've almost raised 4 kids. Right. Our youngest is 16 going on 30. And she's still home, but still. And then the Cars and Supertramp and Yellow, my dad and I used to listen to that stuff on road trips together. So takes me back to being like 10, 11, 12 kind of zone. So very, very positive for me. And that's that, LinkedIn didn't need to know all that stuff. So, but now it does. And now it's out, but the people who are here are my friends and in the general world. So I wanted to say, thanks for bringing that up today. Thanks for kind of diving into music. It's like what drives your musical taste right now? Like what are you about on that?
So I love everything. Bronwyn knows I make a lot of playlists, and in fact, that's if I haven't spoken to Bronwyn in like 3 weeks or something, often I will send her a text with just here, listen to this song in case you need it. But I'm pretty musically diverse. I am actually building a playlist right now that's 5 songs of every decade to represent the decade from the 1920s all the way through the 2020s. So stuff
That's
like
cool.
that. Like I love like the evolution of music. I think it's funny that, you're talking about going back and listening to the stuff that, you grew up with, like your high school, early college days. For dementia patients, they will remember those songs from their like high school and early college age. Even when they're forgetting people's names, music is an entirely separate language. And I'm happy we're having that part of the conversation because I think you learn a lot about a person by what they listen to, how adventurous are they in their music, what do they listen to. I mean, part of the reason I like 8 tracks is I get decision fatigue occasionally. Like, you work a 10-12 hour day and you don't want to think about anything. I put an 8 track on, it'll just play that 8 track on repeat until I take it out.
Yeah, so it'll decide for you. Yeah,
it's a break glass in case of emergency kind of a thing.
Understood. All right, so here's a question for you to think about. So grunge was all the deal when I was in college, right? So starting Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and the whole bit. I went to Lollapalooza and did all the stuff. Okay, all in. Listen, I mean, it was just like everything else was like just didn't even listen to anything else. I cannot listen to it today. Like I can't listen to any of it really. It doesn't get me. Just like just turn it off. I'm not into it. I don't know why that is.
What?
I'm very curious about that. Very curious because there's no negative association with it that I can think of. I don't know. It's like it was a big part of my life, and then it just okay, whatever, gone.
You listen to it too much, maybe.
Maybe I burned myself out.
Bored by it.
Yeah, maybe it was so like hyper commercialized at the time that it was just kind of going with the flow, and that's what I liked about new wave, right? It's just like I was an outsider and I could kind of be a rebel over there.
You gotta go back to the bluegrass covers with the banjos, and then you'll go back to the grunge and think, so much better.
Okay. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. So thank you, Mark. Thank you for letting us into that part of your world. And now what have you displayed? Because you said you like to change up the displays like in your background. So what do we have on tap tonight? I can't put them on the big screen there, Elijah.
Well, a few folks made recommendations on my post earlier when I said I was joining this show. And so I got Bob Seger, your recommendation, the Cars.
I love it.
Got some Led Zeppelin, and then I got an Oasis CD that's chilling over there.
Okay.
I love that they're reuniting and they still hate each other, and they will not. They won't even talk, but they're doing a reunion tour, and
But it feels
there's
so
just
good.
something about that just feels very B2B to me.
Okay. Okay. I love it. All right. Okay. Well, and that kind of is a nice segue here because I want to. So Aileen, sorry, you're up. Dang it. I've been very attentive.
It's okay.
It's because we're talking all 80s new wave.
Get it all the time.
Come on,
Aileen.
Aileen.
I was just gonna say, let's throw the musical pun in there.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Come on now. All right, Aileen.
Okay.
All right. We're just so Mark led us in with a beautiful segue of the B2B, and you were a co-founder of the Cybersecurity Marketing Society, which is really weird. Okay, I think to not say that the Cybersecurity Marketing Society and its success, right? Because it is awesome.
It is.
If we don't say that it's really weird to have all these competitors who should not be talking to each other and supporting each other in the same room, talking to each other and supporting each other is really weird. I want to know kind of like, I mean, I've heard the story from Gianna a little bit from Maria, but she and I haven't really hung out, but here you are. Right. So what's your take on the founding of that and the inspiration? I'd like to hear that story for a minute.
Absolutely. So for those of you that don't know, I'm assuming most people don't that are tuned in, Maria, Gianna, and myself started the group during COVID back in 2020. It was just a Slack group. Maria was my boss when we started it. So her and I were sort of panicking. We worked at the time together for Owl Cyber Defense. And our strategy go-to-market leaned heavily on events. Our market was heavily government DoD and some commercial. So we went to a lot of DoD gov events in the US and abroad. And so we were just panicking. All of the events got canceled eventually. And we were just like, what do we do? What are other people in cybersecurity doing? So Maria knew Gianna, and Maria was like, let me reach out to my friend Gianna, let's chat with her, see what she's thinking. And Gianna actually had the idea for the society and talked to Maria about it. And then they brought me in and we were like, all right, let's just we're all in crisis. Let's reach out to some cyber marketers and start this Slack group and see what happens. And we were just reaching out to people in our networks on LinkedIn, DMing people, cold outreach. It really grassroots organically grew that way. We invited people and said, bring your coworkers, bring your boss, etc. We started some weekly virtual shows, and then Gianna and Maria are really the ones that grew it to what it is today. Work just became too much to do both at once for me. So I'm still involved in the event each year and some behind the scenes stuff for the event, but they are really responsible for the growth and they've done an incredible job. The conference is the best event I've ever been to. I'm a little biased, but I'm so excited. And I think it really exemplifies community. Even though we're all different and we all have some of us have similar motives and same goals and are going after the same customers, I think everyone puts that to the side when they come to the Cybersecurity Marketing Society. And I think that's what's beautiful about it and what's kept it so sacred, honestly. So yeah.
well, I want to say thank you. And I want to say also to Gianna and Maria and everybody else who I've met through just my kind of peripheral sort of affiliation, right? So Infuse sponsored the party at RSAC, and I went to the party in Vegas at Black Hat, and now this one's coming. And even as a seller, right? So I know that we're banned. Okay, fine. But I have felt that's I have felt I've had feelings of inclusion and in and around that, right? I have felt that with from Gianna particularly and Maria as well, and now you, right? And that you would come on my show and we could talk about this openly, and not feel like, it just like we can just be people and feel like, okay, hey, we're all we're all just out here trying to, make shit happen. Right. And get something going and do the best we can for, the mission that we have before us. And trying to save the world from cyber, attackers and whatnot, in some way, shape, or form. And I am so excited just to get out there and to hang out and to learn some stuff. And so, yeah, I just want to say thanks again so much for being a part of that and sort of having that vision and holding that vision, because it's very successful. I mean, it's like, I think when I had Gianna on the show on the RSAC countdown, she was like up to almost 3,000, but I think it's blown past that now.
Yeah, I think it's over 3,000 at this point. Probably closer to 4, if not exceeded.
Yeah. Like awesome. Like, so, I mean, that's an incredible number. And it's connected. There's a nice sort of an identity with it. I love that sense of safe space. I mean, I know that might kind of gets thrown around a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit overused, but it is. All right.
Yeah, it's done really tastefully. And I think it's also a great way to find vendors that match your needs, your goals. Like, it's not that we're like anti-vendor, because vendors help marketers do their job better. But
Sure.
I think the members, the mind sharing that goes on about how vendors are used and what capacity, it keeps that space safe. And it's lovely connecting with vendors at the conference and during the different events we do virtually throughout the year. So I think it's done so tastefully, and it works.
and I've been to 2, right? And this will be two sponsored events, and this will be my third.
We definitely have met, Trevor. Like I've been to most of the events.
Okay, all right. So we've crossed paths, all right, in the ether. But you guys know how to throw a party, and I remember Gianna saying, you know what? I like to go all in because my marketers throw parties. So I'm going to throw a better party for my marketers than they can throw themselves. And I don't know, something about that just really resonated with me. So, because food is a love language for me and with my family and all that. So I really like to care for people that way. And it's, so that Gianna kind of gets that too. It's like, she's really trying to upscale it and owns that and is intentional about that. It's just terrific. Okay. So we've got a couple minutes now. I want to hear, so what are you looking for? What are you doing right now? Like, what's your mission?
Yes. So I am right now, I'm consulting for early stage startups for demand gen, growth, and events. And I'm kind of slowing down on consulting and really putting my energy into finding a full-time role. I've been consulting for about 4 months. I was laid off in July, unfortunately. First time being laid off. Definitely a lot of lessons learned. But it's also been a really great nervous system reset, which is kind of why I try to not just go all in on like panic, need a new job. Like, let me think about what type of company I want to be at, what type of culture, what role. And so this downtime has just been amazing for letting my mind have the space to think about that. So yeah, and it's been fun consulting for early stage startups. I got to work with the previous founder that I worked with. I got to work with companies outside of cyber, but I'm ready to find my next home. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, so still going to stay in cyber, you think, or?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, right on. All right, well, then we will have to compare notes and all that, because I like to network and I hear about stuff and you never know like what could come up. And I have referred people into jobs and whatnot that at least have gotten to advanced stages, and then I kind of lose track of things. But in any case, I'm in the fight for this job hunting season that you and Mark are both in. So
we have been in contact for both of our layoff periods, and it's been great to have each other, to send jobs to each other. He had me on his podcast, so community.
Well, and believe it or not, I listened to that podcast today.
Oh, I know.
I did, and it's so good, and we really have to transition. But I just want to say this one thing. I have a lot of experience running those micro events that you were talking about, right? And they are awesome. And multi-billion-dollar industries are built on them.
Yep.
And not just like little ones. It was when I said that my first job was as a seller was for Merck Pharmaceuticals. That's what happens. So I have a perspective on that. We can talk about it. That'll give us something to build on. Okay. So thank you, Aileen. It's lovely to have you here. And all right. So this is the Hotness Unleasher. We're going to talk about people. Okay. We got about 15 minutes. We're going to hit it and we're going to go. Okay. So Elijah,
Hello.
you're up. Let's go with our very first Hotness Unleasher of the night.
Ooh, that's so exciting. Mariana is here to shake shit up, like in a blender, your margarita, girls' night out kind of way. Hotness! She's here to take the social norms and smack them out of your mind. But this is the way we've always done it. Well, too bad. Women advocate, Google Growth Academy, hacker verse CEO. Is the sales funnel dead? Follow Mariana to find out why she makes this ridiculous, amazing claim. Trevor.
Okay. It's actually supposed to go to Bronwyn.
Incredible.
Why is Mariana? So, okay. Can I tell one little short story?
Of course.
Okay. I didn't know Mariana before today.
What?
But she hit my feed. Okay. So I'm hitting the feed. Because there's some magic in the DMs, right? When you're talking about people in the DMs, that LinkedIn is watching. LinkedIn knows that she was tagged in a DM with us, and so LinkedIn shows me her post, and I'm like, "This is cool. I don't know what you're talking about." I didn't really. So she was like in the seller. She was talking about sales and how we do sales and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that. Like, what is she onto?
Yo, okay. So I can't believe that I get to be the one to introduce you to Mariana Padilla, is how you say her last name, I believe. And I am such a huge fan of hers. I've met her a couple times and she is incredibly kind. She's incredibly smart. She's a CEO of Hackerverse and she's doing like really dramatic things in the industry. And she is a huge advocate for actual change in terms of how women get funded as founders in this industry and the huge demographic reasons why that might be. And I am just such a huge fan. I wish I could shout her out like from the rooftops. Like I'm just such a wonderful person. And yeah, so shout out to you.
Okay, well, Mariana, thank you. Thank you for being so awesome. All right, so welcome to the Hotness Unleasher community. I just want to say, like, okay, I was totally blown away, and I saw this like legit. I thought it was organic. I just thought, like, oh, here's the feed, giving me stuff. Okay, cool. And I'm like, and literally my comment was, I'm interested, more please. You know that, and that, it was like it really grabbed me. So I'm so happy to see this come up because it's like all coming together like a puzzle, you know, and it's so much fun. All right, so Mariana, welcome to Hotness Unleasher community. You are now part of us. Like, well, you know, we're doing this thing, and we are all about inclusion, and we're all about just celebrating awesomeness. And thank you for exemplifying that. Okay, woo. Okay, thank you so much, Bronwyn. Thank you for finding her and recognizing her. And yeah, I'm thrilled to pieces. Okay, Elijah, we are up for our next
The one, the only, Mimi, the industry matchmaker, the high-profile introducer. Oh my. Hotness! Mimi just doesn't write some bullet points and call it a resume. Oh no, she guides you through the whole job-seeking process. Why? Because you are your best product, and she tells your story like 5 out of 5 stars well. Telling your story. Promote yourself more effectively, give yourself the attention you deserve, and land that dream job.
Okay, here we are. We got Mimi Gross, man. Mark, let's lay it on us. What, how'd you meet? What's she about?
Yeah. So, through the network, through LinkedIn and Cybersecurity Marketing Society and all that jazz, connected with her. As Aileen said, you know, a lot of this market is so weird. It's so complex, and you have to lean on one another. And I find that Mimi, not only is she just an incredible human and, you know, shows a ton of empathy for things you're going through, but, you know, for folks like me who are just starting a search and want to find a new home for 2025, the things that she shares on social are just fabulous. I mean, everything from resume templates to 5 days ago, secret to interview confidence. What is the pain that generated the role? Am I the right person to solve this? And if I'm not the right person, I don't want this job. Crazy good advice. Absolutely perfect. Everybody should follow Mimi and connect with her. She's a fabulous person, gives great advice, and her content is fire.
Okay. Well, I see that she's got the little Cybersecurity Marketing Society button up there in the upper left there. So is she going to be at the big show in a few weeks, or do we know? Or yeah, going to be there. Going to be there. All right. So I get an IRL out of this deal. Awesome. All right. So now it sounds like she's been extremely instrumental in helping you get along here and moving this forward. Did you guys know it? You must have known each other beforehand and
No, just through the ether. I think that's the thing that we all love about this, like, cyber marketing, part of, Aileen, Gianna, and Maria's work in building this community is now you have this community to lean on and be a part of. And I try to seek out just good, genuine people, and she is all that and more. And I think in times like this, where things are very complex, you gotta lean on folks like that. And frankly, we as marketers and sales folks and everybody in that go-to-market side, we do a great job of marketing and selling for companies, but we do a terrible job of selling and marketing ourselves and knowing our value and understanding our product market fit. And so Mimi does a fabulous job helping you recontextualize that and making yourself the product and, making your story the elevator pitch. And none of us really focus on that.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? I want to say, Mimi, thank you so much for being awesome. Can't wait to meet you in a few weeks. Welcome to the Hotness Unleasher community. You're now part of this club and this community. And Mark, wanted to say thank you for teeing up another brilliant segue to a commercial interruption that we're going to have, right? For our producer who's here to promote himself, right? And the services that he offers. So Elijah, you have a commercial. Play it.
Sidekick is what I am, what I do. Just like for Trevor and the Hotness Unleasher Show that we've been doing here together, producing to make sure everything sounds great. He looks good. He's cool as a cucumber, and everybody's having a good time. Right here. You're welcome. Okay? So I love podcasts. That's my first love. And lately I've been getting more into video, to adding a little pizzazz to your life, the about sections and documentaries and private podcasts, all the things that you don't really have time for or care to do. You could do it, but you'd rather make some money and chase down the people who left you a 1-star review on Google. Who does that? I'll be your sidekick. I'll be your Robin to your Batman, but please don't make me wear the tights. Let's get back to some hotness, okay?
Brilliant. Okay, so Elijah is in the market for new clients. So if you are in need of any kind of podcast assistance, give him a call. You know where to find him. Hotness Unleasher Show, Elijah Drown on LinkedIn. All right, let's go. Okay, so Elijah, we are now down to our very last Hotness Unleasher of the night. Play it.
You there. It's time to start your marketing engines. Award-winning growth marketing is here to save the day. Hotness! Why is Sarah so successful? It's simple. She hires really smart people, enables them to do their best work. She manages change, she leverages data to drive strategy, and builds insanely productive teams. Sometimes she even writes her social media posts with capital letters. It's all part of the making things happen process.
All right, Aileen. So lay it on us. How do you know Sarah, and why did you choose her of all the people?
I'm going to continue on the theme here. And if someone could tag her while I'm doing my little spiel, that would be great. Thank you. So I met Sarah through the Cybersecurity Marketing Society. A few years ago, I was going to San Diego and I had posted in the Cyber Marketing Society, hey, San Diego marketers, I'll be in San Diego, would love to get coffee. And I'd never connected with Sarah before. And I met up with her and Cooper Maclier for coffee. 3 strangers, never met before, but the beauty of community. And we just kind of hit it off from there and have stayed in touch on LinkedIn and Slack. And I've just admired, Sarah was early on at Drata and have like kind of looked up to her as a mentor and a role model in demand gen, growth marketing, cyber marketing. She's responsible for a ton of their marketing amazingness that Drata's done, Drataverse, and their different events and campaigns. And she's also been an incredibly supportive friend over the last few months. She's made introductions to me for consulting clients. She's just checked in on me like as a human. And this is someone that I've met once in person and that lives on the other side of the country. So she's going out of her way to help other marketers, another woman. And so she just deserves all the kudos and all the shout outs because she's an amazing person. And she just started a new role at an earlier stage startup. So can't wait to see what work she does there.
All right. Well, congratulations to her for starting a new role. And I don't know, maybe that opened up an old role that that could be available. So take note of that. All right. So awesome. Sarah, welcome to the Hotness Unleasher community. Aileen, well, thanks so much for bringing her in. She sounds terrific. You know who else checks in on you when you're like, when things are a little bit edgy? Elijah. He does that, right? He's good at that. He really is. And so many other friends who have shown up here already tonight, like Ken Dunner says, hey, I haven't heard from you lately. Yeah, because he cares, right? And, you know, so many of these other folks, like, you know, I just said, like Melissa Houston, like we're friends. We live in the same town. We haven't seen each other lately, but, you know, I know she's there and she's been going through some stuff too. So I want to reach out and just say, Melissa, I know like it's been, you've been hit hard. All right. And just, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it too. All right. So with that, man, wow, we really covered a lot of ground tonight. We got scoops on jobs. We got scoops on upcoming events. We listened to each other's podcasts. At least I did yours. We got all kinds of crazy stuff on tap. All right. So the next show that is coming is December 3rd. And Jamie Yates is our official leader guest. All right. So the way this show now works is I have a leader guest, right? So Mark in this case was that for this event. And then that leader guest then recruits the other two. All right. And that just takes an extraordinary load off of me and Elijah to try to coordinate all of that stuff. So, and then you guys are already like friends, you know each other. I mean, it makes it easier. So that's cool. So we're doing that. Thanks. That'll be December 3rd. So Jamie and her friends are coming. So we're going to be doing that. And then some other fun stuff, some more experiments and whatnot. And then that leads us into
giveaway.
And we're yeah, some
giveaway
stuff that we might be doing that might be coming in December, and then some more fun, just fun, because we need more fun, right? We just need more fun. And I'm all about that. And Mark, I wanted to say before I forget, because I will forget, part of the reason why I wear headphones on this show is A, so there's no echo, but B, so that I can listen to music while this is happening. Right. So there you go. Fun tip. Your Spotify can play in the background and it provides your sort of your own little private soundtrack. All right. And I know that that's a thing. That's a little hack that I
listen to my voice. It's like the soundtrack of your life.
I can hear your voice just fine. Okay. But I guess got a little something cooking in the background there. See, so that's a little live streamer host trick for you guys tonight. All right. So I want to say thank you to the audience for coming out tonight. You guys were awesome. You guys kept it going, kept it moving. And I want to say so much thank you to my fabulous cybersecurity marketing guests tonight. And you guys were terrific. You guys were totally engaged, fully here, fully ready, on time, and had lots to say. So with that, it is exactly 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And so we're going to sign off. All right. I'm going to say thanks again, and we'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Bye.
Flight control, countdown confirmed.
What a hot show. Thank you, Trevor Van Warden, for leading the hotness with all the makeup and the hair and the things you do. Looking so good, buddy. Our guests are great, aren't they? They deserve a connect, so go follow them, connect with them, and get in their DM. Say something fun. I think meaningful connections are better than networking. Am I right?
Auto sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.